What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another LEGO YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing another ranking video, and I thought this one was a really fun idea. It is taking a look at every single minifigure that I will never have in my LEGO collection, which is of course all of the Comic-Con minifigures. I feel like the kind of Comic-Con wave of minifigures has brought us some of the most unique superhero characters in LEGO, so I thought it would be fun to count down my picks and kind of like rank them on my least to most favorites. And one quick little disclaimer though, this does not include any of like the sets or like the Unikitty minifigures. This is strictly exclusive minifigures. So without any further ado, let's just get into my least favorite pick, which is the 2011 or 2012 LEGO Batman minifigure. And it's a really detailed figure, but I feel like it's just not very unique compared to a lot of the other figures on this list, which is why it is so low. It's a solid looking minifigure. I just feel like it's not really worth the super expensive price tag, and it's not very unique. And then our next pick is from Stranger Things, which was kind of a surprising theme to get a Comic-Con minifigure on, but it's Barb. Again, a really cool minifigure, just not a huge standout compared to some of the other ones on the list. I really like all of the print detailing, and it's a unique choice, so I really like it, no complaints with it. And then the next minifigure is the Zebra Man version of Batman, and this is a really unique character. However, I feel like compared to some of the other Comic-Con minifigures, I just find myself not liking this one a lot. But it does have a bunch of really cool print detailing, and it is unique, so I do like that a lot. And then next up is one of the most expensive ones, the Toy Fair Captain America. A great minifigure, and I love the exclusivity of it, but the print detailing is a little too simple for my taste. But another Captain America minifigure that I really like above this one is the Steve Rogers Captain America. I love all of the print detailing with the legs and the shield. I feel like it's just probably one of the best looking Captain America minifigures we have gotten, period, in LEGO, and definitely one that I would love to add to my LEGO collection, and I didn't even know it existed before recording this, which is kind of crazy, but great classic looking minifigure. And speaking of classics, we have one of the first San Diego Comic-Con minifigures, which is Shazam. Granted, the widely released minifigure looks a whole lot better, but I feel like purely for the nostalgia, I find myself really wanting this minifigure. He's got some cool face expressions too, and the print detailing is still exclusive, and it's a fun minifigure to have. And then the next one on the list is the Atom, and this is a really unique character. This is the only iteration of the minifigure we've gotten before, but I just don't really like the print detailing on it. I especially don't like the face print. I feel like the face print just definitely falls short a bit, and I just feel like compared to some of the other releases, he falls short. I love that we got him as a character though. And then one of the next minifigures is the all-new Captain America, which was for a while the only Sam Wilson Captain America minifigure we had. And I love the design of this minifigure. It's very unique, and I like all of the print detailing. However, with the release of the Marvel CMF one, I feel like I just found myself wanting this minifigure a whole lot more or less, because the CMF one does a great job at detailing. And then the next minifigure is the Toy Fair Iron Man minifigure, and it's just a classic figure, very simple, but like just an absolute classic, and also one of the most expensive Comic-Con minifigures. So while it's not one of the most detailed ones, it is a very unique figure, and I would love to add it to the collection, as it's the very first Iron Man minifigure ever released. And then next on the list is the Black Suit Superman, and especially after seeing Zack Snyder's Justice League, I found myself really wanting this minifigure. I love the leg printing on it, and it's just very unique, which I've said for every other minifigure, but I love this iteration of Superman. Really great choice, one of the first Comic-Con releases. And then another new character to the roster is Black Lightning, and they did a great job with the print detailing on this minifigure, and I feel like we would not have gotten this minifigure in just a regular released LEGO set. So I'm really happy that we got the Comic-Con minifigure, and I have no complaints. And then next up is the Ryan Reynolds version of Green Lantern, and when you compare this to the widely released one, it definitely doesn't look as good, but it's just a great minifigure in my opinion. I love the face prints on it and the torso printing, and again, it's one of the first Comic-Con minifigures, so how could you not want it? And then next up is Arsenal, and this is a more unique character choice for the Comic-Con releases. And again, I love the print detailing, the face print is great, but I feel like this is just too simple in my opinion to kind of warrant that crazy Comic-Con release. They definitely could have thrown him in a like widely released set. And then next up, I'd say the same for the Symbiote Spider-Man minifigure. I love the simplicity of the figure, and it's very nostalgic to me, but it's not worth that price tag in my opinion. And then next up, we have a unique character. It is Vixen. This is the only iteration of her that we have gotten in LEGO, and I'm really really happy with all the details on it. I love the face prints as well as the torso and leg printing, and I really wish we got her in a widely released set, but I'm happy we have her as a Comic-Con minifigure, and I don't have any complaints with the figure. I love the selection of the printing, and I also really like the collector minifigure who is next on our list. Another very unique one, I feel like, and he's also, I think, one of the most expensive out of the Comic-Con figures, but I feel like we never would have gotten him in a widely released set, so I'm happy we got him as a Comic-Con figure, and he's a really cool choice for the Comic-Con roster. And then the next one on my list is the Miles Morales PS4 Spider-Man minifigure, a very cool minifigure, probably the best Miles Morales minifigure we have gotten in LEGO, and I love all of the detail inside of the minifigure with all of the prints on it. Just not the most unique figure, but another one I really like, especially for the nostalgia, is the Amazing Spider-Man Comic-Con minifigure. This was one of the most expensive Comic-Con releases, and I can easily see why. For a while, it was the only version of Andrew's Spider-Man we had in LEGO, and I think they did a great job with it. And then next up is the kind of CW version of Supergirl, and this was the DC Fandom exclusive, and I love the two face prints as well as the torso and leg printing on it. She also has detailed back printing, and I really like the hairpiece too, and it definitely stands out amongst the other two Supergirl minifigures that we have gotten. And then Another big standout is Batman of Zur-En-Arrh. Granted, I know nothing about this character, but I love the color scheme with it, and I love the face prints as well as the back printing. The yellow, red, and purples, I think, just look really out there for a Batman minifigure, and this feels like the perfect Comic-Con minifigure. No complaints here, just a few other minifigures are better, and speaking of which, in my opinion, is the Green Arrow. This was, again, one of the first Comic-Con minifigures, and this is my favorite iteration of the character in LEGO. I think it's very similar to the widely released one, but it is slightly unique. I like the dark green hood, and I especially love the face print and the leg printing, but it's very similar to the regular Green Arrow that we got. And then another minifigure that I really like is Bizarro. This is way better than the Mighty Micros version of the character. I love all of the printing on him, especially that torso print with the Bizarro #1, and you can't beat that face print. And I also really like the purple cape on this minifigure. No complaints, perfect figure. And then next up is Spider-Woman. I really wish we got her in a widely released set. The print detailing is fantastic on this minifigure. It's very simple, but I feel like simplicity isn't always a bad thing, and this minifigure definitely highlights that, and it's one I want to add to the collection. I love the hairpiece and all of the printing. And then another minifigure I really like is PS4 Spider-Man. This is probably one of the best Spider-Man minifigures out there, and I don't think we'll ever get a remake of it, and I love all of the print detailing and the design of the Insomniac Spider-Man. Never played the video games, but I feel like it shows how good this minifigure is that he's so high despite me never playing the games. And then next up is Sheriff Deadpool, and this is another super unique minifigure that I feel like definitely belongs in the Comic-Con releases. I love all of the details with it. It's just the most random and obscure character, but I love that it's just super random, and I like all of the print detailing. The leg print's great, the torso print is great. And then next up is Deadpool Duck. Funny that two of the Comic-Con minifigures are Deadpool figures, but this one I just like ever so slightly more than the Sheriff one, as I feel like it's just more funny with the head print and everything. So I really like this minifigure a lot. And then my final pick for my favorite Comic-Con minifigures is, of course, Phoenix from the original, I think, lineup of the Comic-Con releases. And I'm just a big X-Men fan, and Phoenix, I feel like they just did a great job with the figure, and I'm really happy with all of the design choices that they made. I love both of the face prints, and it's a very simple but a great minifigure, and it's definitely my favorite out of every single San Diego Comic-Con release. So definitely let me know what you thought of my list. I tried to go with a bit more of a fast-paced environment for this one, just to kind of see how I liked it. So let me know how you thought of this video compared to some of my other ranking videos, and be sure to let me know down in the comments what your favorite San Diego Comic-Con minifigure are, as I feel like there's no really wrong answers. Each one is unique in its own regard, and I feel like every single Comic-Con minifigure is one of the best superhero minifigures that we have gotten in LEGO. So at the end of the day, it's really fun to go and rank them. So let me know what you thought of my list down in the comments. Be sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and subscribe if you are new around here. But that is all for today, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out. Bye.